Hey guys, it's Mr. A again. Out here, it's starting to get chilly here in the U.S. and getting ready for the Thanksgiving, which we celebrate over here, and then also, of course, that all of us can celebrate and should celebrate is Christmas. The one thing that's come to my mind this week, and it's just from conversations I've had with people, and is church jumping. People kind of, someone I was talking to was talking about, moving from a church or going from a church, and my thoughts on that, are just my own. Of course, everybody's going to have their own opinion on that, and of course, if your church or your pastor is not teaching from the Bible and they're kind of teaching their own thing, that's you shouldn't be at that church. Of course, you leave and do your own thing, and sometimes it's not even that. Sometimes things may go on, and you're just like, you know what, I want to shake it up a little bit. I'm going to move to a different church, and which is fine. The guys. One of the most important things, and I tell everybody this, is your personal relationship with Jesus Christ. It's your own relationship. How much time do you spend in your own relationship, talking to him, finding out who he is by reading the Bible? Um, the church is what we consider the church is just a building until we get in there, until Christians get in there. We are the church. The people that are believers in Jesus Christ are the church. And we go wherever we go, that's where his church is at. And and I'm not somebody who thinks that you shouldn't, I don't need to go to a building and church and this sort of thing. I think, the thing is, of course, I believe that our personal relationship, the time we spend, is more important than anything. It's our own personal, intimate relationship with Christ. But when you do go to a church building that's teaching the Bible, teaching the Word, you get to be around other people that, either you can learn from them or help them, or they can help you. It's part of the body of Christ, and when you get the body together, it's amazing thing, and how things come about for each one of us, and how we work together to do things, so I get it. People say, oh, I don't want to go to church, a bunch of hypocrites or whatever. It's like, guys, I think people say that just so they don't have to go to church, or they don't want to, go and participate or whatever it may be. But, if you truly know the Word, I mean, people that go to church, it's literally like a hospital, for sinners. People go there to get help and to, keep their spirits going and keep getting closer to Christ, and learn from each other. Iron sharpens iron, and so you guys, I get that a lot of people look down on church jumping, which I think that, if you find a church that, you're in and you're like, man, this part of this church isn't perfect, I'm going to leave. Guys, that's not what it's about. I mean, if there's a part of that church that you feel, it's just not what it should be, get in there and help change it. Get in there and tell your ideas and share how to make it better for everyone, not just, if you don't like it, leave. And of course there's some things that you're not going to be able to change for many different reasons, many different variables. But the one thing is, guys, we are the church, you guys, and as we walk out our life, that's what it's all about. Get that intimate relationship with Christ, get in the Bible, get to know who he is, and That's what it's all about, because you guys, he absolutely loves each and every one of you. You know, he does not like our sin, of course. And, you know, he created everything around us, each and everything, for a specific purpose. And he created you. If you're watching this and you're not a believer, he created you. You didn't just all of a sudden appear on, you know, the earth along with a mosquito in the same blop or whatever they call. He created each one of us. And you guys, he absolutely loves each one of us, but you can reject the Father. You can reject the Creator. And guys, he loves you so much, and he wants each and every one of you to come to him and get to know him and have a personal relationship with him. So guys, you are the church, and I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.